Today, snack time is more fun with a surprise. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. We've got a good one for you today.
Really? I think we've got more than one good one.
Well, there's at least one good one.
Also, we should let the audience make up their own mind about what's good and not.
Yeah, agreed. Welcome to CheckPoint. We definitely have many ones today. Xbox, formerly Xbox, has dramatically increased the price of its consoles, and even with the increased prices, will continue to lose money each time it sells one. Congratulations, you've survived the early stages of the AI revolution. The environment continues to suffer while wealth inequality spirals, but at least video games have gotten expensive. Somewhere I must imagine there's a C-suite executive's penthouse apartment with notches cut into the bedpost for every unique law they've broken to claw their way into the position they hold. And now they can add another notch for Moore's Law. Price hikes have recently also hit Nintendo, PlayStation, Apple iPads, and of course, personal computer builds, thanks to the ever-increasing demand for power from the likes of Tweedlegrok and ChatG Please Stop. If you've noticed that your new neighbor is a complete, fully functional data center and thought, surely they're almost done stuffing these boxes full of chips, right? I must unfortunately direct you to a recent earnings call from Samsung. They declared the current global memory shortage will worsen next year and continue until at least 2028. Cool. In something that's at least a mirage of a silver lining to the common gamer, demand for current/soon-to-be previous generation consoles is much greater than it was for generations past. The value available when you trade in whatever console you have to offset the cost of your next console is more significant than it was when a doe-eyed young Beej tried to offer up 3 months of allowance and a used Atari for the shiny new Sega Saturn that poor stupid little me thought they wanted. In fact, the price hikes on consoles that have been available for the better part of a decade have many people noticing that their PS5 has begun to look like an investment and might wind up with a modest ROI should they choose to sell. Tragically, this realization must immediately be followed by a rise in console scalpers, a greasy new breed of street shark, siphoning as much profit as possible from the pursuit of joy. First they came for your concert tickets, then your knockoff Pokemon cards, and before you know it, they'll be after your limited edition Tears of the Kingdom Switch. Stay safe out there, kids.
EA has now officially been acquired by a private consortium consisting of Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Silver Lake, and Affinity Partners. Unfortunately, Affinity Partners here refers to the Jared Kushner-founded investment management firm rather than Magic the Gathering terms. Sorry, gamers. But the deal involves EA taking on $18 billion in debt, which will require annual interest payments of $1.8 billion. And in case you were curious what their earnings were before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization were, it was $1.5 billion. Thanks for asking. So, does this mean Mohammed bin Salman, chairman of Saudi Arabia's PIF and owner of 93.4% of EA, is going to come and take your video games? Are a large number of EA employees at risk of losing their jobs as part of a promised $700 million cut in annual costs, including $170 million in what they're calling organizational efficiencies? Does that mean EA could have been making way more money this whole time? Let's not think about that too hard while the former stockholders are in the room. More importantly, is it time to crack each other's heads open and feast on the goo inside? Don't worry, in an FAQ posted shortly after the acquisition was finalized, employees were assured that EA's track record of creative freedom and player-first values will remain intact, which is hilariously and emphatically not a no to any of those questions. But lots of people and organizations can claim that their track records on values have remained intact. But what is EA's track record exactly? Has it been good? Would it not being intact actually be an improvement? Or is it now being supported by the visionaries behind Neom? Wow, colonial violence in my metropole? But, what if, and this is a big what if, but what if shortly after signing on the line, the The AI bubble pops, and the stock market is demolished, and a freshly private EA is thrown clear of the wreckage and becomes a Mad Max-like tech wasteland warlord. Would EA CEO Andrew Wilson's statement on the merger feel more truthful if we imagined that he was delivering it while brandishing a club that was made sharp with chips napped from sticks of uninstalled server RAM? Does "we're entering a new era from a position of strength with partners who share our vision and ambition" hit different when that vision and ambition leverages positions of strength into sawing dissenting journalists into carry-on-sized luggage pieces? Oh, absolutely. Whatever you say, Andrew Wilson, EA, etc., etc., I love my limbs, and I love it when they're on my body, because I use them to play video games. But more importantly for you, I need them to buy video games.
This is a Nintendo Famicombox. A Famicombox. It is very old. In 1986, Nintendo made these commercial Famicoms to install in hotel rooms, where customers could pay to play 15 different games. And this one is still operating, according to Twitter user Orochi, in a Japanese love hotel. A love hotel is, as manga has led me to understand, a hotel where you go to rest, perhaps after you've had one too many drinks while out late, and upon discovering that the last train had already departed for the night, you and your drinking partner decide to check in for a few hours to nap, and inevitably you both discover which spot on the bunk bed you prefer. Weird that when I visited the Nintendo Museum in 2025, I didn't see any reference to the Famicom box, let alone the love hotels that Nintendo owned back in the 1960s. Oh, you didn't know about that? Yeah, neither did I. There's a chance that's horseshit, but you know what the internet is like. Take it with a grain of salt. Unfortunately, we have no idea which love hotel has thoughtfully packed every room but one with a Famicom box, because Orochi isn't sharing. They're concerned if people knew, the boxes would be in danger. Which is fine by me, because after my last trip to Japan, I've already hit all the Pokemon centers I want to visit, so this just gives me a new bullshit quest to drag Heather around on. Oh, come on, honey, don't be like that.
Why say many word when less word also work? Here are quick points. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma announced that the Xbox team is working on adding platinum achievements later this year. A longtime Xbox fan request, this is the latest in a long parade of superficial W's Sharma is desperately deploying to paste over the platform's many structural L's.
According to LinkedIn posts from now former employees, nearly everyone at Refactor Games has been laid off following the release of their officially licensed FIFA World Cup game. On one hand, the game is apparently very bad, but on the other hand, the team was given less than 6 months to develop it in time for a World Cup release date. But on the other hand, the game was also a Netflix exclusive, traditionally not a recipe for success, especially in a game where none of these hands are supposed to touch the ball.
Insomniac's upcoming Wolverine title is officially rated M for mature due to all of your favorites: blood and gore, drug references, intense violence, partial nudity, and strong language. But the partial nudity, and especially the ESRB's full description of it, is getting the most attention, because whoever wrote that Wolverine's buttocks appear briefly in, quote, a handful of sequences was clearly suffering from a wandering mind.
Universal Studios Japan has revealed a popcorn bucket as part of their Resident Evil collab, styled after the franchise's iconic liquor enemies. I guess Dune ruined the entire popcorn bucket meta, because why are they all so fucking weird now? Who said they had to be sexy? Why is it a backpack? In context, I get the tongue, but why is it so cheeked up? Where do you even put the goddamn popcorn?
That was way more than at least one.
True. That was many ones.
You know what? I'm proud of us for doing so many ones.
Without giving into the temptation of doing a 2.
Or, God forbid, a 3. Coming up, wrestler turned actor Dave Bautista is in talks to play Kratos in Amazon's adaptation of God of War after previously cast actor Ryan Hurst was injured while filming. We're looking forward to the mid-season swerve where Hurst surprise returns to retake the role by attacking Bautista with a steel chair. No Beej around. No Beej is here. I'm free, free Beej. Woo! That's what the kids today crave. Tom Petty references, right?
Kathleen had to run. That's fine. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to Graham and Nelson and Cameron for writing stories this week. If you like what we do here, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Easy way to support everything that goes on in this building. There's Twitch to support us, and you can also go to the store.loadingreadyrun.com, a great place to buy merchandise with our logo on it. But also, if you sponsor the YouTube channel LRRVG, that's the Video Games channel, you're going to see your name come up near the end of the video. And thank you very much for doing that. We appreciate all of you.
Consisting of Saudi Arabias.
A quarter.
Blep, 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 blep.
Without giving into they declared the current global memory. No, we're not going to say current. That's stupid.
I appreciate that you thought about continuing, and then we're like, nah, though.
I'm not going to be responsible for the word current.
You're not going to current?
Xbox!